our first full day of competition here at the 2022 U.S. Open Championships here at the Greensboro Aquatic Center. Events on today's schedule include the 400 freestyle, 200 individual medley, and the 50 freestyle. Our final session tonight will begin at 6 p.m. And a reminder, we will be presenting the awards from last night's 800 freestyle prior to the start of tonight's session. Our first event on the schedule will be the women's 400 freestyle. There are 5 heats in this preliminary event. Heat 1. First of 5 heats underway in the 400 freestyle. Lane number 3 from the TAC Titans, Morgan Stickney. Lane 4, Germantown Academy Aquatics, Emily Hamill. And in lane 5 from TSM Aquatics, Matea Sokolo. .211.13, the split time there for Emily Hamill in lane number 4 at the halfway 200-meter turn. 2:14.29 for Matea Sokolo in 5, and coming into turn currently in 3rd spot from lane 3, Morgan Stickney of the TAC Titans, who will split a time of 2:27.26. Stickney swimming in lane 3, a member of Team USA at the 2020 Paralympic Games, where she won a gold medal in the 100 freestyle for the S8 classification. She also won a gold medal on the 4x100 medley relay for 34 points. This past summer, she picked up gold in this event, the 400 freestyle, at the World Para Swimming Championships in Madeira. .100 to go for Hamill, 3:18.36. Swimmers trying to post a time to get into our championship bonus or consolation finals this evening. Hamill entered in time of 4:21.06. Now coming to the finish in this opening heat number 1 of the 400 freestyle. And the top time will be Emily Hamill, 4:24.27. Matea Sokolo will touch in 4:32.28. Morgan Stickney touching the wall, 4:56.08 for third in Heat 1. Heat 2. At the halfway turn, leader 207.99 for Julia Burrows in lane number 3 from the University of Tennessee. Burrows comes in, enter with a time of 4:44.05 at yards time. Lane 1 from Louisville, it's Ryan Ulett. Lane 2, Auburn University, Polina Nevomenko. Lane 3 is University of Tennessee's Julia Burrows. Lane 4, Duke University, Yi-Juan Chang. Lane 5, Louisiana State University, Jenna Bridges. In 6, University of Tennessee, Lauren Wetherill. And lane 7, City of Lafayette Aquatics, Marie Lenderow. .100 to go, and it's the two teammates from the University of Tennessee currently sitting 1-2 here in heat number 2. Lauren Wetherill in front of Burrows. Now third is going to be Jenna Bridges. Pulling away on the second half of this heat 2 was Lauren Wetherell in lane number 6, University of Tennessee, will touch in a final time of 4:20.16. In for second was a 4:21.13, Julia Burrows in third. Jenna Bridges, 4:22.48. Heat 3. Lane 1 from Swim Ireland, Victoria Catterson. Lane 2, Louisiana State University, Megan Barnes. Lane 3, Notre Dame, Sophia Caras. Lane 4, swimming unattached, Caroline Pennington. In 6, Sarasota Sharks, Bailey O'Regan. Lane 7, University of Tennessee, Allie Breslin. And lane 8, Stanford University, Kayla Wilson. Caroline Pennington in 4, Bailey O'Regan in 6, turning here at 2:08.58, tied right now at the halfway turn. There'll be 2 heats remaining after the heat in the water. Both are circle seeded heats featuring the top 16 entered times into the event. Pennington comes in entered at 4:17.10 with 2 lengths to the pool to go. She's trying to pull away from Bailey O'Regan. They were tied at the 200, now a 3:14.39 split time for Pennington. O'Regan trying to make it interesting on this final 50 and close that gap. But Caroline Pennington's going to win heat number 3, touching in a final time of 4:19.29. fastest time with 2 heats remaining. Bailey O'Regan, 4:20.04, the second fastest time so far. Third in the heat to Ali Breslin at 4:23.22. Heat 4. Lane 1 from Scarlet Aquatics, Chloe Kim. Lane 2, unattached, Emma Wyant. Lane 3, UCLA, Katrina Bellio. In 4, Sarasota Sharks, Summer McIntosh. In 5, Long Island Aquatic Club, Kevin Gormson. Lane 6, North Coast Aquatics, Catherine Hazel. In 7, from Brazil, Beatrice Dezotti. And lane 8, Rockville Montgomery, Madison Smith. Summer McIntosh well in front in heat number 4. She was a silver medalist in this event at the 2022 World Championships in Budapest last June. 2:02.23 split time at the halfway point. She also won silver at the World Short Course Championships in the 400 freestyle last December, and a silver medal in the 400 free at the Commonwealth Games this past summer in Birmingham, England. .304.03 with less than 100 to go. Second right now, Emma Wyant in lane number 2, and third is Kevin Gormson at 3:11.14. Summer McIntosh, 4th ranked all-time in the women's 400 freestyle, behind only Ariane Titmus, Katie Ledecky, and Federica Pellegrini. The race in this heat is going to be for that 3rd place spot as Summer McIntosh heads to the finish and will win heat number 4 of the 400 freestyle, posting a final time of 4:07.23 for McIntosh. Second in the heat will be a 4:13.59 for Emma Wyant, and third Kevin Gormson, 4:14.55. Corrected time there for McIntosh, 4:06.68, the winning time in Heat 4. Heat 5. Final heat underway in the women's 400 freestyle. Lane number 1, Edmonton Keano Swim Club, Emma Finland. Lane 2, Sarasota Sharks, Addison Sawicki. Lane 3, Sarasota Sharks, Michaela Matis. Lane 4, Gators Swim Club, Katie Ledecky. Lane 5, Nations Capital, Erin Gemmel. Lane 6, Brazil, Maria Paula Heitman. Lane 7, Scarlet Aquatics, Kate Hurst. And lane 8, University of Tennessee, Katie McCarville. Katie Ledecky, the second fastest performer all time in the 400 freestyle. She owns 10 of the top 15 performances. The world record in this event, a 3:56.40 by Australia's Ariane Titmus. The American record held by Ledecky at 3:56.46. U.S. Open is a 3:57.94, and the U.S. Open meet record, both held by Ledecky, 4:00.51. Erin Gemmel currently in second spot in lane number 5. Ledecky turning here at 300 with a split time 3:03.44. About 0.6 faster than where McIntosh was at the 300, and Ledecky picking it up here on this final 100. She was the Olympic gold medalist in the 400 freestyle back in 2016 at the Rio Olympic Games. She won silver in Tokyo in the 400 freestyle behind Titmus. $3:33.06. Ledecky split in at 29.62 on the penultimate 50. Good race for second and third right now between Michaela Matis in 3 and Erin Gemmel in 5. But Ledecky will power to the wall and touch in a final time of 4:02.51. And she'll be the top seed into tonight's final by over 4 seconds. Second in the heat went to Michaela Matis, in third, Erin Gemmel at 4:12.57. They will qualify in third and fourth place respectively. We'll have our summary on the board in just a moment, showing your qualifiers for the championship final, led by Katie Ledecky, Summer McIntosh, Michaela Matties, Erin Gemmel, Emma Wyatt, Kevin Gormson, Katrina Bellio, and Kate Hurst at 4:17:28. Your consolation finalists, led by Brazil's Beatrice Dezotti, Caroline Pennington, MP Heitman, Bailey O'Regan, Lauren Wetherall, Catherine Hazel, Addison Sawicki, and Julia Burrows at 4:21:13 into 16th. Your bonus final, McCarville, Finland, Bridges, Breslin, Hewlett, Nevomenko, Hamill, and Barnes, 4:25:45. There is a tie there for second alternate, second reserve. We can have the coaches there for, I believe it's Ireland and Stanford, please, to the resolution desk. The admin referee will get set for the next event, but coaches, the time is 9:26. You got 30 minutes to declare in the women's 400 freestyle. Our next event, the men's 400 freestyle. There are 6 heats in this preliminary event. Heat 1. Lane 3 from Swimmac, Carolina, Freddie Klein. Lane 4, Germantown Academy, Jay Freeman. And lane 5, Scarlet Aquatics, Sadadin. .100 to go off this wall. Jay Freeman just in front as he'll turn in a 3:01:32. Final call for any time trial entries. The time trial entries for today will close in 10 minutes at 9:40. pulling away on the back half of this race, Jay Freeman from Germantown Academy is going to head on to win heat number 1, touching the wall. Final time for Freeman of 4:01.89. Second to Saturday at 4:05.55 and a 4:06.06. Third to Freddie Klein of Swim Mac. Heat 2. Stephen Benderadis from Scarlet Aquatics in 2. Luke Irwi from Queen's University in 3. Bucknell University in 4. Christopher Kobach. Lane 5, Christian Heaton, unattached. Lane 6, Abe Berrigan, Brigham Young. And lane 7, Texas Gold Swimming, Bucky Geddes. Luke Irwi in lane number 3 at 2:29.54 comes in, enter with a yards time of 4:23.08. Bucky Geddes trying to move up from lane 7, splitting 31 flat on that last 50, as is lane number 6, Abe Berrigan. Berrigan trying to reel in Luke Irwi on this final 100. Strong last 100, lane number 5 for Christian Heaton, as he's moved up into that 3rd spot. But it's going to be Luke Irwi in lane number 3 touching the wall first to win the heat. Final time of 4:01.65. Fastest time through the first 2 heats. Second to Abe Berrigan at 4:03.01, and third Christian Heaton at 4:03.60. Heat 3. Lane 1, Xavier University, Andrew Martin. Lane 2, Brazil swimming team, Pedro Farias. Lane 3, Swim Mat Carolina, Alex Ayers. Lane 4, New South Wales swimming, Thomas Hay. Lane 5, Bluefish Swim Club, Josh Parent. Lane 6, Savannah swim team, Joel Batcher. In lane 7, Dynamo Swim Club, Connor Lamastra. And lane 8, Louisiana State University, Stuart Higdon. Brazil's Pedro Farias, 2:28.87. Split time there at the 2:50. Farias finished 4th overall in the 800 freestyle event contested last night. Great race behind Pedro Farias in this final 50 of heat number 3. Lane 8 moving well is Stuart Higdon, but it's going to be Farias touching the wall in 3:59.02. Second to Josh Parent, just 2/100th ahead of Stuart Higdon in lane number 8. Heat 4. Heat 4, lane 2, University of Florida, Oscar Lindholm. Lane 3, Ivan Puskovich, TSM Aquatics. Lane 4, Ivan Kurikin, UC San Diego. In 5, Stanford University, Preston Forst, Lane 6, Magnolia Aquatic Club, Dean Jones. In 7, University of Louisville, Gustavo Saldo. And in lane 8, Sarasota Sharks, Amadou Snop. Ivan Puskovic in front, 2:56.68 ahead of Ivan Kurikin in lane number 4 next to him. Puskovic comes in entered at 3:57.45. The fastest time so far through the first 3 heats was at 3:59.02 by Pedro Farias in the previous heat. Final times here in heat number 4, 3:55.20. Ivan Puskovic ahead of Ivan Kurikin at 3:55.93. And Oscar Lindholm of Florida, 3:58.21. Those are your top 3 times with 2 heats remaining in the men's 400 freestyle. Heat 5. Lane 1, University of Louisville, Dennis Lochtov. Lane 2, University of Florida, Eric Brown. In 3, North Carolina State University, James Blake. Lane 4, University of Florida, Jake Mitchell. Lane 5, University of Florida, Alfonso Mestre. Lane 6, New South Wales Swimming, Ryan Wilkes. Lane 7, Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Green. And lane 8, University of Tennessee, Jake Narvid. Jake Mitchell leading the way at 3:25.62. And the two Florida teammates will come in and touch the wall first and second. Mitchell at 3:54.30, Alfonso Mestre at 3:54.81. And third to Ryan Wilkes at 3:55.69 from lane 6. Heat 6. Our final heat in the men's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 swimming unattached, Cedric Bussing. Lane 2, New South Wales Swimming, James Koch. Lane 3, Brazil swim team, Steven Steverling. Lane 4, also from Brazil, Guilherme Costa. Lane 5, North Carolina State University, Ross Dant. Lane 6, Swim Mac Carolina, Norvin Klontz III. Lane 7, Boulder City, Henderson Heat, Zane Grothy. And lane 8, Sean Grishop, University of California. Ross Dant in front with less than 100 to go in our final heat. Dant comes in with an entry time of 3:47.11. Costa, your top entry at 3:43.41. Costa coming on strong in lane number 4, trying to reel in Ross Dant on this final 50. Also moving well is Steven Steverink of Brazil from 3. And pulling away on the final 15 will be Guilherme Costa, touching in 3:52.13. Fastest time of the morning. Second, Ross Dant, 3:52.56, second fastest time. And third overall, Steven Steverink at 3:52.78. Summary on the board now showing your top 8 into the championship final, led by Guilherme Costa, Ross Dant, Steven Steverink, Zane Grothe, Jake Mitchell, Norvin Klontz III, Alfonso Mestre, and Ivan Puskovic at 3:55.20. Your consolation finalists led by Ryan Wilkes, Ivan Kurikin, Sean Grishop, Eric Brown, Jake Narvid, James Koch, Oscar Lindholm, and James Plague at 3:58.77. Bonus finalists, Farias, Knopf, Saldo, Parent, Higdon, Hay, Green, and Ayers into that bonus final. Coaches, the time is now 9:55. You have 30 minutes to declare in the men's 400 freestyle. Our next event will be the women's 200 individual medley. There are 6 heats in this event. Heat 1. First of 6 heats underway in the women's 200 individual medley. The world record in this event, a 2:06.12 by Katinka Hosu of Hungary from 2015. The American record, 2:06.15 by Ariana Kukors from 2009. U.S. Open record, 2:07.84 set by Alex Walsh earlier this year. U.S. Open meet record set in 2019 at 2:08.84 by Melanie Margalis. (2:21.22) for Chloe Chang, touching first to win heat number 1 of the 200 individual medley. Heat 2. Brooklyn Douthright leading the way 103.56, University of Tennessee. Lane assignments for these 200s are available on the scoreboard as Douthright in front of the field. Second was Carolina Bentz over in lane number 8. Into the lead on the breaststroke leg, Alexis Yeager from lane 4 ahead of Catherine Belyakov from Duke in 6. Top time in the heat will be lane number 4, Alexis Yeager, as she touches the wall in a 2:17.19. Second, Brooklyn Douthright at 2:18.09, and third, Catherine Belyakov at 2:18.43. Heat 3. The time by Yeager in the previous heat of 2:17.19 is the time to beat. Halfway point of heat 3 onto the breaststroke leg. It'll be a 103.96 Josephine Fuller from the University of Tennessee leading the way. Miranda Tucker currently in second from lane 6. Winning time in heat number 3 will be Miranda Tucker, 2:17 flat. Ahead of Josephine Fuller by 18/100ths, and third, 2:18.89 to Ellie McCartney in lane 4. Heat 4. Julie Brousseau in lane number 5 from the Nepean Kanata Barracudas in front. Erin Camel right there as well in lane number 4. On to the final leg of freestyle. Now into the lead is going to be lane number 6, 1:45.16 for Avery Klamfoth. Ahead of Erin Gemmel and Julie Brousseau, third between them. Strong freestyle leg for Erin Gemmel as they come to the wall, and she will touch first. 2:17.03, second fastest time so far. Second to Avery Klamfoth at 2:17.46, and third Julie Brousseau, 2:19.48. Heat 5. Second to last heat underway in the 200 individual medley. Lane number 4, Natalia Siqueira Almeida of Brazil. Second fastest entry into the event at 2:13.25, but it is lane 5, Reagan Smith of Sun Devil Swimming, leading the way towards the turn from backstroke on to breaststroke. Smith turning here in 59.85. Good first 100. Less than a second off world record pace set by Katinka Hostu. Smith continues to lead ahead of Natalia Siqueira Almeida of Brazil. Next to her in lane number 4 in that race for second and third in the heat. Could come down to some positioning with one heat remaining. Remember, the top 8 make it back in the championship final. But Smith having a great swim here this morning. Comes in entered at 2:14.64, and she's going to touch the wall. Final time of 2:11.66. Heat winning time for Smith. Second to Tristan Ouellette, and third Natalia Siqueira Almeida. Heat 6. (102.53). Leah Hayes in front of the field here in the final heat, heat number 6. Hayes, a bronze medalist in this event at the 2022 World Championships. Camille Spink moving well in lane number 6. (140.59) for Hayes in front, second to Spink, and third Zoe Dixon right now in lane 7. There is currently 7 times registered at 2:17. Smith has the fastest time at 2:11.66, and then 7 times behind her at 2:17. Hayes will come in to touch the wall. Final time of 2:11.91, second fastest time of the morning. Camille Spink will qualify in third position at 2:13.96, and third in the heat. Zoe Dixon will also qualify at 2:16.59. In just a moment, we'll have our summary on the board for the women's 200 individual medley. There's your results summary for the championship final, led by Reagan Smith, Leah Hayes, Camille Spink, Zoe Dixon, Miranda Tucker, Erin Gemmel, Josephine Fuller, and Alexis Yeager qualifying in 8th position. Your consolation final is led by Gracie Wyant, Avery Klamfoth, Tristan Hewlett, Sikiera Almeida of Brazil, Brooklyn Douthright, Catherine Beliakoff, Ellie McCartney, and Eleanor Sun at 2:19 flat into the console final. Bonus finalists: Maine, Brousseau, Davison, Hazel, Hooks, Sanders, Hewlett, and Frank Rodriguez at 2:20.15. Coaches, the time is now 10:14. You have 30 minutes to declare in the women's 200 individual medley. Our next event will be the men's 200 IM. There are 6 heats in this event. Heat 1. Six total heats to be contested here in the men's 200 individual medley. The world record and American record in this event set in 2011 by Ryan Lochte at 154 flat. The U.S. Open record also held by Lochte at 154.56. U.S. Open meet record, a 157.28, held by Chase Kalish from 2019. Liam Henry trying to hold off Kalen Anbar and Calvin Hahn. .205.72, Liam Henry winning heat number 1. Heat 2. Sean Fakish in front from lane number 6, representing University of Notre Dame. Field tightening up behind our two leaders in this second heat as Sean Fakish leading the way in lane 6. Winning time in heat number 2, Sean Fakish at 2:04.98. Jan Delskamp at 2:05.51 in second, and third, Alex Kunert at 2:06.08. Heat 3. Landon Drigger is 1:33.89. Comes in entering a time of 2:05.89. Nico Garcia also moving well from lane 7 here in heat number 3. And the top time at the wall will be lane number 5. Landon Drager's at 2:02.77. Ahead of Nico Garcia at 2:04.07, and third, Richard Poplowski at 2:05.08 from lane 3. Heat 4. First of our circle seated heats in the 200 individual medley. Daniel Sauce of Cardinal Aquatics entered at 1:59.57 here in lane number 4. Turning on to the freestyle will be Daniel Sauce in lane 4, 132.35 ahead of Danny Berlitz. And third right now on the outside, Alex Sanchez in lane 8. Daniel Sauce going to touch first by over a body length, coming into the wall in a final time of 2:01.31. Fastest time now with 2 heats remaining. In for second in the heat was Danny Berlitz at 2:02.81. And third, 2:03.91 for Nathaniel Germanprez. Heat 5. Baylor Nelson from Texas A&M comes in as the second fastest entry into this event at 1:59.13. Right now leading the way is going to be lane number 6, Daniel Deal of Cumberland YMCA, entered at 2:03.05. Deal still in front by less than 0.2 of a second over Baylor Nelson now into this freestyle leg. Fastest time so far, 2:01.31. Then there's a 2:02.77 by Driggers. Deal and Nelson going to come under the flags together. Nelson might be moving slightly quicker to the wall, and he will touch first, 2:00.38. Ahead of Daniel Deal at 2:00.50. Those are the top 2 times with 1 heat remaining. And third in the heat, 2:03.16. Went to lane number 5, Brandon Pires Cruz de Almeida of Brazil. Heat 6. Final heat in the 200 IM, your top seed, Chase Kalish at 1:55.68 entered. Kalish turning at 56.14. He was a bronze medalist in the 400 individual medley at the 2022 World Championships. Also picking up gold in that 400 IM at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. Kalish also holds the U.S. Open meet record in this event at 157.28, set back in 2019. But Kalish looks to just be cruising to the finish here in this final 25 of the men's 200 IM. And he will touch the wall, final time of 2:00.68, good for the third fastest time of the morning heat session. Mark Zaranek was second in the heat at 2:03.05, and Gabriel Gorgas third at 2:03.09. There are your top 8 qualifiers for the championship final. Baylor Nelson leads the way ahead of Daniel Deal, Chase Kalish, Daniel Sauce, Landon Driggers, Danny Berlitz, Mark Zaranek, and Gabriel Gorgas at 2:03.09 into the A final. Consolation final led by Cruz de Almeida of Brazil, Ruvalcaba Cruz, Sanchez, Garcia, Tavares, Brill, Maldari, and Eric Lee at 2:04.96. Your bonus finalists, Fakish, Poplowski, Thompson, Deliskamp, Grishop, Casson, Harry, and Barnett. Toby Barnett into 24th position in the 200 IM. Coaches, the time is 10:31. You have 30 minutes to declare in the men's 200 IM. We'll direct your attention now to the far end of the pool for the start of our next event, the women's 50 freestyle. 7 heats to be contested. Heat 1. Opening heat winner will be in lane number 4. A tie between 3 and 4. Daniel Medley and Bella Cothran at 26.08. Heat 2. Into the finish for heat number 2. Your top time will be on the outside, 26.40 for Julia Burrows, the University of Tennessee, winning heat number 2. Heat 3. Moving well on the outside again, lane number 1, Beta Nelson And Nelson will touch 25.64 to win heat number 3 under the Olympic trials cut for 2024 as well for Nelson in the 50 free. Heat 4. After back-to-back heat wins in lane number 1, lane 8 now moving well is Katie Goodburn, but lane 5 right there as well as they come to the wall. It's going to be lane 5, Lexi Mulvihill at 25.87 to win heat number 4. Heat 5. Camille Spink in lane number 5, 25.45 from Nation's Capital. 25.45 winning time in heat number 5 for Camille Spink. Heat 6. Gabby Albiero in front from lane number 4 and University of Louisville. And she will touch first to win the heat, 25.26. Fastest time with 1 heat remaining for Gabby Albiero. Heat 7. Into the wall, close race for our final heat. It's going to be Caitlin Johnson, 25.44, just ahead of Lily King. Daniel Hill touching third at 25.86. The time by Hill will get her into the A final. Gabby Albiero with the top time of the morning at 25.26 ahead of Caitlin Johnson, Camille Spink, Lily King, Beta Nelson, Erica Palaz, Ferreira at 25.81 and Daniel Hill at 25.86. Your consolation finalists: Mulvihill, Larson, Moore, Kennedy, Malelli, Cawthron, Hansen, and Ola Suer at 26.14. Bonus final led by Tatum Wall, Nordman, Wilson, Tucker, Larson, Miltonovich, Sawicki, and Goodburn at 26.30. Tied there. 24th place has a tie between Goodburn and Pfaff. So we need coaches please to report to the admin referee to discuss a possible swim-off for a 24th spot in that women's 50 free. Coach's time is 10:39. You have 30 minutes to declare in the women's 50 freestyle. Next event, the men's 50 freestyle, heat 1. Winning time in the heat 1 of the men's 50 freestyle, Tommy Jansen, 23:54. Heat 2. Top time in the heat as they come to the wall will be 22:86, Josh Flegel. Heat 3. .23:09, Brandon Herrera. Winning from lane number 4. Heat 4. Winning heat number 4, 23:23, Tyler Sesvold in lane number 4 from Texas Ford Aquatics. Heat 5. Top seed in heat number 5 is Kevin Galuli of Mission Viejo, and with a yards time 19.50. And as they come to the finish, winning time for heat number 5 is Galuli, 22:58. Fastest time through the first 5 heats. Heat 6. Winning time will be at 23:38, Forrest Beasley from lane 6 and Team Rebel Aquatics. Heat 7. A 22:89 winning time for Cale Makinen of Auburn University. Heat 8. We're now into our final 3 heats, circle seated for the men's 50 freestyle. Matt King, your top seed here in heat number 8. Winning time in the heat will be a 22:42 for Matt King, winning from lane 4. Heat 9. Coach, please, from the Virginia Gators to the admin referee. Virginia Gators coach, please, to the admin referee. Top time in the heat number 9 will be David Curtis, 22:07. Winning heat 9, the second to last heat of the men's 50 freestyle. Heat 10. Once again, looking for a coach from the Virginia Gators, please. Report to the admin referee. Final heat of the men's 50 freestyle. Your top seed is Josh Liendo in lane 4. As they come under the flags and to the wall, the top time in the heat will be Victor Alcara, 22:10. Second fastest time of the morning session for Alcara. And there is your results summary for the championship final. David Curtis leads the way ahead of Victor Alcara, Josh Liendo, Ali Calafala, Alberto Mestre, Matt King, Justin Ress, and Andre Barna at 22:53. Constellation finalists led by Kevin Galuli, Hunter Armstrong, Thomas Fannin, Chris Giuliano, August Lamb, Quinton McCarty, Josh Flegel. And 17 through 24 is your bonus final. Makinen, Aikens, Molacek, Winkler, Urinek, Mass, Olson, Starvanis, and Hereda at 23:09. Coaches, the time is 10:48. You have 30 minutes to declare in the men's 50 free. Swimmers and coaches, for your information, the competition pool is not open for swim down at this time. Please use the warm-up pool. The competition pool is not available for warm-up, warm-down. Could we please have a coach from the University of Virginia and from Auburn, please, to the admin desk? Once again, coaches from the University of Virginia and from Auburn, please report to the admin desk. We will have a swim-off coming up in just a few moments. Also, for the information of those athletes competing in our time trial session, that will begin at 11:15, 11:15 start for time trials.